But certainly, this is an example of a signing statement where the president is taking power for himself that the law didn't give him. He's explicitly contradicting it. Now, that may be constitutional, but it is still a violation of what the law says.
You realize, of course, you're accusing the President of the United States of breaking the law. Jeffery Toobin, who has written books about the United States Supreme Court.
Stop. So, listen to this. Listen to this. You realize what you're saying. Now, I don't know. I mean, Wolf has always struck me as a decent guy, a good journalist. I like Wolf Blitzer. I don't necessarily agree with Wolf Blitzer, but I think he's a fairly decent guy.
This is awful, though. But
listen to him. Yeah. Do you realize, I mean, here's what I'm hearing. I don't know what you guys are hearing, so I'd like to hear what you just heard him do, but here's what I heard. I just want you to know here, anybody who's watching in the White House, I did not say that. That was Jeffery Toobin who just said that. You realize what you're doing, Jeffrey. I'm trying to help here. I'm distancing myself from you. What did you just hear?
I just heard him warn Jeffery Toobin that he shouldn't be saying that the President of the United States is breaking the law. You're too respected a man to be saying something that incendiary. You better not do that. It seemed like a warning to me.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say, look, he's trying to. You don't just passingly do that to the President of the United States. A guy who's a respected. This is how serious this is. You better.
It's not Glenn Beck.
Yeah, this is not just, it's not some right-wing guy
who's the senior legal analyst of CNN. Senior legal analyst. We're not talking about Judge Napolitano, who they would, of course, say, Jeffery Toobin would oftentimes, I'm sure, say, oh, Judge Napolitano, well, he's a little far out there. No, this is the CNN chief legal correspondent.
Yeah, in other words, putting focus on the fact that this actually is a big deal.
Yes.
And they keep trying to turn this back to Bush, and everybody's doing that, of course. But Bush's signing statements were more of, first of all, he usually said something like, well, this is what I take this to mean.
Yes.
That's not what the Obama signing statement was. It was, I won't do this because I don't agree with it. That was what his signing statement was. It's unconstitutional, and I shall not do it. That was what he said.
I mean, think of this just on this particular power. What they're talking about is the president as the commander-in-chief. Do you remember how much we heard Bush has to go through Congress, has to go through Congress, has to go through Congress, has to go through Congress? If he doesn't go through Congress, well, then, there's a problem. And then he's just a dictator. That's why they were calling him that, was because he wouldn't go through Congress, even though he did go through Congress. Everything was debated through Congress. And yet he was a dictator. This guy dictates what law, and this is not the only one. He's doing it with the EPA. He doing it with the border. He is dictating which laws he's going to enforce. He's done it now with the border. He has done it with gay marriage. He has done it with marijuana. He is doing it here. Every time, if he disagrees with a law, he just does it anyway.
Done it with illegal immigration.
Yeah, multiple ways through illegal immigration.
Yeah, multiple ways.
And that's the thing, too. It's like where Bush at times essentially said with his signing statements, I reserve the right to do this because I don't think that you can do that to my power as the president. This is an example of not only him doing the signing statement, which should have been controversial when it happened, but this is him actually doing it.
Well, you have to understand, too, that this is also a law. This is a new law